we get attacked and we just wonder, when is it going to stop? Because yes, our skin color is different, but we have the same red blood running in us. We all have lungs. We all have a heart. We all have a mind. So if you're going to use your words to crush me, how about if I did it to you? How are you going to feel?
Hello and welcome to In the Diaspora with me, David Chisanga. In the Diaspora is a program that focuses on migrants within Ireland. The program follows the lives of people who left their home country either for work, business, study, love, or asylum. And today we focus on Senzokuhle and Kevin Ehideman. Now, interestingly, Senzokuhle has been to South Africa, Zimbabwe. She's actually Zimbabwean. Now she's been to South Africa and came to Ireland, and Kevin is from Nigeria. Oh, guys, hello and welcome to In the Diaspora.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm going to start with ladies first.
No problem.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Senzo. So now talk to us. How did you find yourself, from Zim to South Africa to Ireland?
I would say for a Black person that, we go around to make sure that we get means together in order for us to survive. And if you're from a country like Zimbabwe, you are born to be resilient, and having to travel all these places in order to make means of living. So I was born in Zimbabwe, and I grew up in South Africa, which in South Africa, it was not so easy for a person that is from a different country with a different, dialect of language. And then having to move this side, obviously, with my whole family, my two parents, my mom and dad, which is Ruth Masina and Mr.
So you all moved from South Africa?
We all moved. Like my parents have 6 children, so me being the first.
Oh my.
Firstborn, so the
the
pressure of being a first child. So having 5 other siblings, moving all together, coming to a country where we don't even know where we'd stay and things like that. But coming in and seeking refuge, basically. So I'd say the journey was quite, as a person who is a believer, God will lead. Basically. So God would lead, and he had led us here, and we take one day at a time.
One day at a time, yes. Let me get to Kevin. I forgot to mention one thing, one important aspect about Senzokuhle and Kevin. They are married.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And they just got married recently. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
I should actually put it out there. Now, coming to you, Kevin, from Nigeria. How's your story? What's your story? How did you find yourself here? And then we'll come to your love story as we proceed.
So for me, I came in 2006. It was quite, I say it was very difficult. New environment, new experience. I left school I was in secondary school when I left. I missed my friends. I came into a foreign country. It was so different. I found it very challenging to make friends. So majority of the time, I was the only one of a different color in my secondary school. Yeah, secondary school. So, which I didn't mind at the beginning because I was raised to adapt to my surroundings. But knowing that you are a person of a different culture, color, different culture, everything, so it was challenging. And there were days where I would get bullied in secondary school. So knowing that I come from a very tough family, so I was very resilient to that, and I didn't take nonsense from anybody. But my life here hasn't been too bad. Since that I met her.
I'll say that's a positive. That's a positive. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so ever since I met her, my life has been very interesting. I love her culture. It's new, it's different, and I'm happy. But obviously there's still the challenges outside, marriage, which is people who see you from a different country and think it's okay to just tell you things to your face without realizing that you have your own struggles as much as they do.
Did you come with your parents as well?
I came with my dad, but my dad just he brought me here with my mom. So he went back home to Nigeria. So I stay with my mom and my younger sister. So which is quite challenging. But I have two older sisters, one brother, and one younger sister. So I'm like kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Okay. That's quite an interesting first and middle child. Interesting. Okay, you are listening to In the Diaspora with me, David, and I'm speaking to, I'll try to pronounce their surname very correctly, Mr. and Mrs. Ehidaman.
Yeah,
I got it there.
Oh, yes. You did.
I got it there. And we're just getting their story, right, how, they came to Ireland as well, and pretty much what's been happening, in their lives and in living in this country. And now I'll come back to you, Senzo, if I can call you that, you are studying, here at Mary Immaculate. And now tell us how that is happening, do you get any support? What are you studying? Just tell us more about your studies, yeah.
So my studies, I'd say since I came into the country, I've been in school. So right now I am doing my third year, wrapping up with the second semester of the third year in Bachelor of Science in Psychology. It is a 4-year course here in Mary Immaculate, and us being the first group to actually take on that course. Obviously, my interest developed in psychology from studying psychology subject from a different college where I got to meet my mister here. So I would say challenges in college itself, it's quite heavy because I am the only even though we don't want to point it out, but that's the reality that we face actually. I'm the only Black young woman in that class. Even with bigger groups, I get to be literally the only again who gets to be the Black girl, and I sit right at the front because I get to engage more better, like when I am sitting at the front facing the lecturer and having to obviously see the board and get all the visuals and everything that I need to see. I sit at the front, but I tend to notice that even with just small things, there is that feeling of division in a way, because it seems like I can't really relate or they can't seem to relate to me. But in terms of group work, we do group work, we do work together. But there's still that feeling of, okay, am I really integrating well with the students here? Because I just sometimes feel really lonely being in class. And it's just, it's not that easy, I must say.
No,
but
it's very interesting you say that, sorry to cut you there, that you sit in front of the class. Why not at the back though? How would you feel if you were to sit at the back though?
I think being at the back for me, it's gonna be so distracting because I've even back home when I got to sit at the back, I've seen that with kids that sit at the back, they like chatting, they like, having that time of themselves without having to being distracted. And they're just the chillers. Back people are always the chillers. But those who sit at the front, maybe it's a case of eyesight but for me, it's mainly to engage, like to be able to engage with the lecturer or the teacher more, the tutor, sorry. So I've always loved sitting at the front, if not at the front, then in the middle.
Okay.
But I've always been a frontliner in terms of sitting. But I'd be the only one really who sits at the front.
Do you have a friend in class then? Or friends in college?
Oh.
Like friends?
Not really. I don't have friends. I do have people that I would have a talk with. Like having to, once in a while check on each other. Hey, how's it? How are you doing? But in terms of friends, no, I don't. But in the previous college that I went to, I did have friends. We were close. We sat together. We did assignments together. We criticized each other's assignments. We got to push each other, which I believe that was also one of the aspects that made me perform really well in my previous college. But having to come here, it's more like, okay, the world is really big and you're just feeling that small.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And now, Kevin, you mentioned that you were bullied, back in the days, back in your school days as well. So just tell us one experience that you had, that you can remember,
Okay, so it's actually quite a lot. So just like her, I was the only student in my secondary school that was of color. But the advantage that I had was there were other black students. But in each class, you were the only one that was a black person.
Yeah.
But when like during classes, there'll be like this random student who just feel obliged to just pick on me because they're either twice my height or twice my body size. So I'm a kind of person that I don't take, nonsense from anybody. So I had to defend myself because obviously my brother was back home. I didn't have any older, sibling to defend me. My sister was already married, so I had to stand my ground by myself. And not just in secondary school, even in college where we met, it was the same story. There was a boy who felt like it was okay to tell racist jokes.
Oh no!
And he even mentioned in his story that when he did that, he got, they beat him up. You know what I mean? So, and he felt like it was okay to say that to my face as well. But he doesn't understand that not everybody would entertain such things. So things got heated up, which I won't mention.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. But, it's okay. Heated up is good.
Yeah. So, I obviously stood my ground and I told him, no, I'm not gonna accept this. And one thing led to another. But yeah, so even apart from college, even outside, me and my wife were walking home after shopping, and these two men walking behind us were like, you should go back home to your country. Go back home to. So I was wondering who were they talking to? Was it us? Was it someone else across the road? So he then detailed that black people, you should go. So meaning me and my wife should go.
Was at the mall.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So he was talking, saying that we should go back home to our country, and obviously I didn't pay attention to what he said because it didn't make any sense. Because you and I, we might be different, but our challenges might be different, but we are literally on the same struggle.
Human,
pretty much. So. I don't know. It's not. I don't understand. It's very puzzling, to be quite honest. Why people just look down on you because you're from a different country. You don't know their story. You don't know why they even came here to begin with. You don't know what challenges they faced to even come here this far. They don't get it because I don't know. It's a broad topic.
Now, how did this incident, at the mall make you feel, Senzo, then?
Coming to face with a lot of other incidents, it made me really question what is it that they are so angry and bitter about. Because having to tell someone to go back to where they come from, first of all, you don't even know what that person had gone through for them to be here in the first place. Because nobody wants to be away from home, firstly. I believe if, every person wanted to be home and the home was, a perfect place, we would all be in our homes, But it really made me feel unwanted. It made me feel so like I just wanted to go. I just wanted to go. But I then, got myself back together and I was just like, you know what? You might find that there's more people facing such issues. And having to take this one issue and use it as a getaway ticket, I wouldn't really have my valid reasons of why I came here. Why I came here is to make a living. And so we just went about our own day. And yes, it was really frustrating, very aggravating. Like with such issues, sometimes you might feel like, you know what, I want to react, because some of them, they come across as very aggressive. And I've had a couple of incidents as well with younger kids, but maybe we'll dwell onto that one whenever you're ready to, dwell onto it. But it's a thing where we get attacked and we just wonder, when is it going to stop? Because yes, our skin color is different, but we have the same red blood running in us. We all have lungs. We all have a heart. We all have a mind. So if you're going to use your words to crush me, how about if I did it to you? How are you going to feel? I think people just project a lot of anger and bitterness to other people and then not getting to, think about what the next person thinks. And it's quite crushing, I must say. It's quite crushing.
You're listening to In the Diaspora with me, David, and pretty much today, Senzo and Kevin, we are exploring racism, even in Ireland, Mr. and Mrs., there's so many people I've heard on the program, and quite frankly, I'm grateful for your vulnerability, because it comes off as if there's no racism in Ireland. And I'm gonna go back to you, Senzo, now. Just tell us a recent incident, of a child, who told you something very mean.
Well, I was walking to the gym during the day, walking to the gym, and a group of girls just pitched out of nowhere. And it's not so much of a busy road, but it is quite busy. So, as I was just walking, they all walked up to me. I think they had the age range of about 8 years going on to 10 years max. And it was about 8 of them came across me, and one of them was like, oh, she just popped a joke. Oh, this girl wants to be your daughter, so that you can be her mom. I was like, oh, that's very cute. It's very funny. But I have to get going, guys. I really need to get going because I'm in a rush. And, they quickly surround me to block me again. And the girl just plays with my zip because I was wearing a long jacket. She plays with my zip. She's like, can I just see your t-shirt? I was like, oh no, I'm really in a rush. I'm so sorry, but I need to get going if that's okay. And as I'm about to go again, and she stops me and she's like, oh, why? I just want to see your t-shirt. And she aggressively holds the jacket and literally pulls down the zip. And then I was like, that what you're doing right now is assault. And it's not good. So you should stop because I need to go. I'm in a rush. And she just went like, oh, whatever, I don't know if I should say it, but.
Oh, no. it's okay. It's not radio friendly.
It's not okay. But she did say that you black, And I was just like, okay, did I just hear you right? What did you say? And she said, yeah, you are black. And I'm just like, what? Wait. Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? And I was like, okay, let me get my phone out and record you and say that again. She saw that, okay, this situation is getting serious. And that's when she ran. And she ran with the girls. They were laughing. And then as they get far, they scream it all out all together. And I'm just like, okay. And there are cars there literally driving past, and they stopped at the traffic light. I don't even know if they heard or saw anything, but I was just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
8-year-old children having to say such words. I don't know where they got that from. It really puzzled, like, even getting to the gym, like, I was so distracted from my workout because I started thinking about my future here, you know, having to have kids in Ireland and thinking that my children would go to school with such children that say such things, and knowing that my siblings, they do go to school and they're like, my siblings are around the age range that they are, and they do get to face bullying, but I never thought that it could be at this extent, you know, having kids saying such things. And it got me rethinking if I really want to start my family in here. Because one thing's for sure, no parent would want to put their children in the limelight and be at risk like that of being bullied, not just by maybe how they look or what they do, but by their color, to a point where they would feel like, but why am I, you know, some children, they get to question, because there was this one time where my little sister asked me, she was like, why am I black?
Oh my goodness.
Why is my skin color black? I was like, no, you're not black. Your skin color is brown. She was like, okay, but why are other girls in my school white? Why are they saying I'm so black? And I was just like, well, God created you that way. And once I saw that my sister was starting to notice color, then there was something going on at school. And having to have that experience then alarmed me to say, okay, if children are going to be mean about the color difference, where do they get that from? You know, who teaches them these things? Because children are innocent. They never get just to know things out of nowhere. They definitely learn it from someone else. So such situations get you so upset, so aggravated, and pressured into wanting to move again. Whereas you came here, you want to start your family, you want to get a better life for your children, and but now it's more like, okay, now I need to start thinking of where else to move so that my children are in a safe space where they are not going to be discriminated against their color, because obviously they do see the difference of color, but they shouldn't be questioned or made feel a certain way about their color, because that's something we can never change. Yeah.
Now, Kevin, this situation came to you, you know, she came home, and how did you take it then?
To be quite honest, I was very upset, and I wanted her to actually show me the children, and I wasn't gonna take it easy on them. I was gonna literally make them take me to their parents, because we have a saying, charity begins at home. So I strongly believe that it's either they're watching things on TV or their parents are just, I don't know what they're doing, but I personally believe it's poor parenting skills. Because like she said, I don't believe any child can just step out there and start saying things to random people that they don't know. And another thing I forgot to mention was when I was staying in a previous house, I was walking down the bridge, and there were like 5 girls actually, say ranging around ages like around age 14, 13, 15. And they saw me coming, and they took stones and they threw it on me. And obviously knowing that I've been through that phase before, I turned around and I'm like, who did that? And when I took it serious, they were, shaken. They were shaken, yes. and they were saying that, oh, they're going to call their brother, call their cousin. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Call them. Call them. And I was actually interested to see what they're going to do, because there were and even before they even did that, there were two other men. These were like men in their 40s and 50s. They did the exact same thing to them.
Oh no.
So I was just it honestly gets me puzzled.
Were there other men equally of color?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there were. And just like she said about raising children here, our children here, sorry, it's like a daily discussion that we have, because I don't want our children to inherit things like that from a country that teaches their children that it's okay to just go up to random people and just say names, hurtful things, basically. So yeah, it's quite something that I'm just like deciding whether like basically what's best for my family right now, because I'm not happy with this country and
state of affairs, really.
Yeah. And like you mentioned there before, there is racism here in Ireland, but it's not too projected. It's just one or two people there and there, but it's not projected. And one thing I've noticed over, say, almost the 18 years I've been there, is they smile at your face, they laugh at you, but they don't really like you like that. They're only doing it for the sake of doing it. So that's why I said I don't have any friends here. I struggled with finding like a genuine friend. So that's why I'm happy that she's literally my one and only friend. Yes, and that's all I need.
I don't know if you have any other instances, where you've faced racism here. I don't know if there are any before we move on.
Yeah, there's a lot of instances, but we can't really think of them at the top of our heads because it's been a lot, and to a point where we're just tired of keeping count. But the most recent one was the one that just made me go like, okay, I don't think this is right now, because there is a certain point where you would be like, okay, it's fine, we'll just let it go. But some stuff where you'd notice that, okay, this is borderline too much. This is way above and beyond. And we tend to see a lot of that, because even my mother-in-law, when I spoke about the situation, she did tell me that she has faced even instances where she was thrown stones at and called names, an ugly old woman. And to even think that, in our African cultures, whenever there's an elderly lady, you greet them,
respect,
because I think with African principles, the biggest thing with us is respect. Respect and being a disciplined type of person where you know that you greet your elders. But having to come to a place where I don't really know if maybe their baseline is respect, but what is it really that they keep with them and say they value more, to say that they are a nation because of this. But I'm proud to say I am African, and I surely will make sure that my children learn to respect the world and the people in it, in as much as they won't be respected. But at the end of the day, respecting people so that you can be respected too. Yeah.
Now, what do you think, Kevin, as we are near the end of the program, what do you think should be done then, about this situation? There's, I would say, racism quite not in your face, but it's there. Let's just put it out there. It is happening. It's real. Now, what should be done then to help, the next generation of, children of color or children from another race, another background? What should be done, and who should do it?
That's a very good
to
question.
help matters.
That's a very good question. I think it's the hierarchies. That's the government. I think the rule they enforced that your children shouldn't be disciplined. It's something that needs to be changed. And also the parenting lifestyle needs to be changed drastically, because, like she said, where you're from, we were taught, we were groomed to respect your elders, not just elders, but everybody in general. Because why do I say that? Because you don't know what that person has been through to get there to begin with. You don't know what the next person has just like the person has been through in person to even get to where they are. So I think it starts from the home, and I think the hierarchies should change their system, because that is the only way that's the only way change will begin. But I'm hoping that happens, because we still have a long way to go anyways.
So we're looking at government policies as well as parenting and families dynamics and the system as well. What else could be done, Senzo?
Well, for me, I basically, respect different parenting styles. But I would say in everything, it is important that, children are taught to respect. I don't know how some people get to take it in, but respect comes a long way, especially if you are in a world where you are not going to do things by yourself and you're not going to depend on your own abilities. Because for you to make it in life, you will definitely need people around you. Business people are at the top because of the people that do most of the work. Do you get what I mean? So having to respect as the most basic thing, it can take people far in life, in as much as we have different parental styles. But respect, depending on how a parent wants to teach it or how a person wants to carry it, it's all about treating other people how you want to be treated. That's just the most basic thing I believe will take everyone far in life. And we could literally have a better world if people would treat each other the way they want to be treated, because I believe every person wants their sense of peace and space where they could express respectfully, and not forgetting as well that words are powerful. You can say something and thinking, oh, it's just words, I'm just saying it, but you don't know how deep it cuts or how bad it impacts a person's life by just saying mere words. Because words are just like a sword. You can do whatever action that you do, but however you make me feel, it's something I'm never gonna forget. Do you get what I mean? So in everything, it's going to take time for, the generation to actually change how they get to work around racism. I would say in everything, just treat people the way you want to be treated. As long as it's a human being, as long as you can see that, okay, this person, you can logically speak to them as a human being, just treat them the way you want to be treated. Simple. And it's not hard. But if it's hard, I don't know.
All right. Anything else you'd like to share with us? The racism in Ireland or anything?
For me, I just believe that things need to change, because that's where the progress will start, and that's when you will see a difference. I believe in change. I believe there's still hope. But it has to start somewhere, because if we don't do that, then it's just going to continue on and on to the next generation. So, yeah.
Thank you for coming and for being with me in the diaspora. Senzokuhle and Kevin, I'm going to try. Man. I got it finally. Thank you very much for gracing us, on the program. It's a different kind of program today, and it's very very emotional, but thank you for sharing your story as well on In the Diaspora. And thank you for listening. I'm David Chisanga. Until next time, bye for now.